Well, hey guys, Cumberland Outdoorsman out here again, doing some more shooting with my traditional recurve bow. I guess we'll call this session number 5, since yesterday was session number 4. I'm going to be doing some shooting here at 20 yards to get warmed up and give you some more over-the-shoulder shots. And today I'm going to practice a little bit closer because I really need to practice some close shots. That's something I've kind of been struggling with. I get so used to shooting further away that I kind of let my guard down at those closer ranges. And for those of you that are getting into traditional archery, don't think that because you're so close to that target it's going to be an easy shot. You know, if you're used to shooting from 20, 25 yards or whatever, and then you get up there close to about 10 yards and you think that's just going to be a chip shot, a lot of times you'll miss. So you need to practice those close shots too, because quite often, you know, you're up in a tree stand if you're a deer hunter, and those deer will come right by your stand. I mean, they'll be 8 to 10 yards right there in front of you. And if you haven't practiced those close shots, you could very realistically miss those easy shots on those deer. So let me take a few shots here at 20 yards to get warmed up, and then we'll move a little closer, and then we'll go back out in the woods and shoot at those old foam stumps that I've got set up. That's always a lot of fun, and really kind of gets your eye on level with what's presented to you out in the woods, because you got trees and terrain and everything. You know, that's all things that you're going to have to deal with when you're out actually hunting with a traditional bow. I got my old Fredbear Kodiak hunter with me today once again, and like I said, I'm going to do a few shots here at 20 yards and we'll see if we can get warmed up here enough to do some more shooting out in the woods. We get centered up here, give you a little bit of a close-up. Okay. Got some different arrows today. These are some older arrows. These are Port Orford cedar with natural turkey fletching that I dyed myself. I knew that one was going to be off. Let's try to get this one right in the middle here. Something making a little noise on my bow here. I don't know what it is. Something vibrating right here at the limb. Well folks, I went inside and put some bowstring wax on this string here because I'm thinking my bowstring is vibrating against the bow limb and it's making a little bit of noise. But before deer season comes around, if I'm able to, I'm going to put some stuff on there to help silence it even more. I'm going to put up a new pie plate and do some more shooting. Those are actually small paper plates is what they are. I call them pie plates, but that's all they are. By the way, I didn't mention something. This old quiver right here, this dates way back to when I first started getting into archery. This came with that little dart and bow that I told you all about as a kit. I had some cedar arrows and this here, and I had an arm guard and a finger tab and that little bow, of course. So, and I've had this through the years. You know, I still use it when I'm out here practicing. So it really, I'll tell you what, it really takes me back. I put this sticker on there years ago because I like Muzzy broadheads. There you can see their logo. I've always used Muzzies in my compound bow, and I may try them with my recurve. So anyway, let's get back to doing some shooting here. Clip this onto my belt. Nothing wrong with the little quiver. It's right there by my side, just like it's always been. One of these arrows, I was going to also mention, incidentally, this one here is a different wood material. This is not Port Orford cedar. I think this is western larch. I think that's what this wood is made out of. I ordered some Douglas fir and some western larch years ago and made up a bunch of these arrows. And I brought it just to see if it flies any different than the Port Orford cedar. So far I can not see much difference at all in it. And it seems to be flying real well. We got a wind going that way today, so we'll see if that affects the arrow flight. Let me zoom in on that just a little bit more. And I think the wind's blowing me a little bit to the right. And I'm shooting just a tad to the right there. Tried to adjust for that. Made me shoot to the left. Too high. Not bad. All right, let's give it another try here. Well, I got rid of that noise out of my bow. That was annoying me. Wind's kind of pushing my arrow to the right on that one. try this larch arrow again, or fur, or whatever it is. Oh, it's flying like a dart. I have to order some more then. All right. Let's go down here and see what we got. Well, folks, in the last week or so, I've really noticed that my groups are starting to tighten up, and I think you have too. I'm keeping all of them pretty much in that little paper plate now. Here I got 3 of them touching one another. One's a little bit high here. This is that larch arrow. But all the rest of them are right in there, pretty good. All right, now that I feel pretty well warmed up, we're going to move a little closer. We're going to come in to about 15 yards and see how much difference that makes. You got to practice those closer shots, just like I said, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, here we are at 15 yards, and once again I'll give you some more of these over the shoulder shots here. Without getting in the way, I'm going to try and get a little bit closer here. Okay. All right. Tell you what, we'll start with this larch arrow first. This is so much closer. You know, see, it feels odd because I'm so close to the target, but let's see what we can do with this. I'm naturally shooting just a little bit lower because I'm holding my bow arm a little bit lower. That one's right in the middle there. Kind of plucked that one a little bit. That's why it went off to the right. See, you think I'd group a little tighter than that, being this much closer, but it just throws you off. It shows you how much it throws you off. Don't want to do that too much because that could destroy some arrows there. All right, let's take a few more shots here at 15 yards. 14, 15 yards, you know, pretty close. All right. Well, as I was saying earlier, you know, you got to practice from different ranges because the deer are not always going to come in at your comfort range, you know, whatever you feel comfortable shooting at, whether it's 20 yards or 25 or 15 or 16, 17, doesn't matter. You got to try at all different ranges and really practice, because I know from experience that deer are going to do whatever they're going to do, or any kind of game animal that you're going to encounter. You're going to encounter them at different ranges, you know. That's why you need to be ready. And that's why I like to practice from multiple setups at different ranges. Well, let me grab these arrows and we'll do another shoot real quick, and then we'll go in the woods. I just love this little quiver. Makes me feel like a kid again all over. Let me set the camera up a little bit closer now. Well, all right, I got all of them in the pie plate. Most of them right there close to the middle. Some of them a little bit further off. That little plate, it's about that big, which is about the vital zone of a white-tailed deer. And I feel perfectly confident in that because I can do that almost every time now. These foam blocks get a little wet, so they want to grab onto these arrows. Let's go in the woods and do some shooting at those old foam stump blocks that I got out there. We'll do a little bit of closer shooting because I really need to practice with that. And then we'll back off a little bit at the end and shoot again at longer distances. So let's go. All right, we're going to keep it real here, folks. There's that little target that I shot yesterday from 26 yards. 25, 26 yards from back there. Here I am at about 16 yards. I have not shot at this target this close. So let's see how well I can do on this one. Right on the money. A little bit off to the right. That's right where I wanted it, right next to that other one. Let's see if we can put this one in there too. That's more like it there. Okay, let's shoot that one more time here. Different arrow on this one. Right in there with the rest of them. Okay, I got a smaller target down there at, oh, that's a good 25 yards from here. See if I can zoom in on that one. Right there under that tree that has that light spot on it. Let's see if we can plant one or two in it. Longer distance here, folks. Yep. That's what I wanted right there. Right dead center. Okay guys, I just paced that distance off down there from that little foam block target at the base of that tree up to right here is 28 yards. Okay, so I'm going to be shooting from about 27 yards since I'm in front of the camera, 26, 27 yards. So let me zoom in just a little bit. You can see it right there, that little dark spot right in the middle of the screen, kind of a square block there at the base of that tree that has that white spot on the side of it. Hit the target and went right through it. It hit the right side of that target and zipped right through it. There it is, dead center. I'm about 3 inches from where that other arrow is. And one of them hit right there and went through it. It must have hit a soft spot in that target. All right. Here we go again. Practice that distance there. All it takes is just a slight bit of adjustment, and you're right on the money. There you have it. Now I'm going to switch to this closer target here. We'll mix it up a little bit. right in the middle. That's exactly where I was looking. Let's see if we can put this one right next to it. Okay folks, well that brings me to the end of session number 5, and today I just wanted to kind of mention the importance of shooting at varying distances, and don't neglect shooting close, because like I said, you know, trust me, I've been in the woods for many years, and I know that you're going to get a lot of close shots too, because especially during the rut when bucks are chasing does, they're not really paying that much attention to what's around them. They're just focused on that doe, and that doe can come running right by you at just a few yards. I've had deer right under my stand, and if you watch some of my previous videos, you'll see that. I've got them right there at the bottom of my ladder stand, or at the base of the tree that I just climbed up with my climber. So that's why I was shooting at close distances, like 14, 15 yards, and some even closer. You know, you got to get, sometimes those deer come right in there tight, or whatever kind of game animal you're shooting at. I've seen videos of elk hunters where the elk were not 5 yards from them. I mean, if you're going to miss that, then there's really something wrong with you. But hey, you got to practice those close shots just like those longer ones. So anyway, let me say once again, thanks for watching, and I hope everyone's doing well out there. It's getting a little bit windy right now, so like I said, I'm going to close this video out. And remember, if you like to go outdoors, you like to go hunting, fishing, camping, shooting, hiking, whatever it may be, I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. And also remember, hit that like button, smash that bell icon, and subscribe. That way you'll know when more videos like this will be coming your way. So until next time, y'all take care, and good shooting to you. We'll see you. I'm going to take a few shots here, about 12 yards. Try this oddball arrow first. Right on the money. We'll see you next time.